Hi, Bacchanators! Jake and I just watched Lunatics, the show by Chris Lilly, and now I can't stop thinking about that, how she had a YouTube and she called them Bacchanators. Okay, anyways, you might remember that a couple weeks ago I was talking about how we went to the museum on a date and how special that was and why it was so important for me to go and like see art and why that feeds me creatively and why it's so important to me to be surrounded by beautiful things, including like art that people make. I forgot to include a clip at the end of that I actually think is the most important part of the entire blog. So I'm going to put a little clip now of the actual museum trip just to catch you up in case you didn't see it, and then I'm going to put that, and this is going to be a shorter vlog and I'm sorry about that, but I don't want to miss this piece of content. So I'm gonna put it here, and also if you're noticing my hair is a lot shorter, I have a vlog coming about that too. So if you're a cancer survivor or anybody who's had any kind of like trauma around beauty, which is kind of all of us, that's gonna be a full vlog coming up, and like who has the right to feel and be beautiful and whether hair really makes us beautiful. I talk about all that coming up. Today, I'm just recapping this because I don't want you to miss it. I don't want to not share it. I also always forget to say this. Please like, subscribe, share if you like this vlog, if you're getting anything out of it. I love making it, but I also need to know who I'm making it for so I can make the right kind of content for you. And it just helps support me as I grow and I build this. And it's not just for cancer survivors, it's for anybody who's trying to feel beautiful in their own skin, in their own life, make their life more meaningful, purposeful, and want to start asking the big questions like, why am I here? What's my purpose? How can I make a positive impact in my lifetime? I'm covering all of that. So thank you for watching and enjoy what happened after the museum. Okay, I want to give a little closing to this blog, but also I want to talk about this. So Naked Sunday sent me their beauty barrier. Basically, this is a sunscreen, a primer, and it's kind of tinted. I already put it on or else I would show you, but it's kind of tinted. So it gives the tiniest bit of color that helps with the redness, but look at that glow. And it's SPF 50. Down here in Texas, like I'm not trying to put on so many products and like just sweat it all off, but the fact this is a primer and a sunscreen makes me so happy. So I'm gonna try to remember to link it below. I always say that and I always forget, but otherwise you can find it in my TikTok shop showcase. The last clips you saw were probably us at the museum, which was so magical. So they do free museum days every single Thursday here in Houston at the Museum of Fine Arts. And I think that's amazing. I've never lived in a city that did that. Although in New York, you can pay what you want at the Met, but like I always paid, you know? And it's so cool that here I can go, like we're planning to go almost every single Thursday, honestly, to support the program, but also just to see the art and just be out and just like, as I already talked about, I need that like inspiration in my life every day. Don't get naked back there. So we were at the museum and there was a bunch of art that was actually making me super uncomfortable because sometimes modern art, and that's not a bad thing by the way, sometimes modern art just like makes me feel emotions that aren't necessarily positive, and that's part of the point sometimes, and I really appreciate that. But I was in a day where I was just feeling like I thought I should be getting more done. I was feeling kind of guilty that I wasn't at home doing more work. So all these like empty wire style framing and works were just making me feel kind of like empty. And I was just questioning that feeling, and I was also like dealing with that feeling as in like, this isn't a true feeling, this is just a monster under the bed feeling, like I don't have to give into it. It's not all of reality, it's just art making me feel that way, and like, or bringing it out what was already there. So anyway, we're walking through and I'm enjoying it, but I'm also feeling kind of uncomfortable. Then I see this woman and she's got a baby strapped to her chest, like a pretty young baby, and he's fully strapped to her and he's totally asleep, she, and she's just walking around the museum having a great time. She's got the stroller and she's just looking at art, and then like at one point the baby starts kind of cooing and wakes up, so she goes into the corner and she's just kind of like bouncing with the baby. And I was like, first of all, how cool and how chic. Like if I'm gonna be a mom, I want to be going to the museum and like looking at art and also just bringing my baby, you know, like I just think that's so cool. But then I also realized like, oh my gosh, she is a piece of art here. She is my favorite piece of art in this entire museum. She's just living her life. She's being a mother, but she's out in the world and surrounding herself with art, and she's not like having this baby or motherhood like hold her back, right? But this is like an act of motherhood happening right in front of me, like she was mothering. I just couldn't think of a more beautiful art piece to run into. I couldn't think of a more beautiful thing to see in this entire museum than this woman like in the art of motherhood. And I was so struck by that and thought like, oh gosh, this is probably the whole reason I came in this very, you know how museums can be very quiet and very cold. In that environment, here's this mother with this like cooing baby, just quietly shushing the baby and comforting the baby. And like, it was like a living art piece, this symbol of like warmth and birth and creativity and comfort among this like very cold, quiet, chaotic environment of this modern art. I just was so like the very first creation, the very first act of creativity, motherhood, birthing, having a baby, creating life. Like I was so struck by this, and I still am, and I just think it's so cool. And I know I probably sound kind of crazy for saying that, but I just wanted to share that moment. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the vlog this week. I know it was kind of an eventful one with getting out of the house. I don't know if that's more of what you want to see or just more of the heart to hearts, but I also have been just really thinking about the not waiting. And right now, in the past couple days since I filmed that, it's truly about just, my stomach's growling if you can hear that. I'm so hungry. We went to run club this morning at 6. And anyway, I've been thinking about not waiting for my life to start anymore and living it from the place of right now. Like I am the marketer, creator, copywriter, content creator, woman, wife that I want to be right now, even before all the proof shows up of having like the regular clients that I want and the contracts that I need in place and all the paperwork done. Like it's not all in place, but it's more than having taken off. It's more than started. Like we're into the life that I've always wanted. I just keep pushing off, like enjoying it and like, oh, well, it's not real yet. Oh, it's not big enough yet. Oh, I'll enjoy it when. No, we're enjoying it right now. And I took half of yesterday off to just have a little date day with Jake. We went and got like a little coffee and some empanadas and just sat by the pool, and it was just very lovely. So practicing allowing myself to be in the place that I am right now, and also allow myself to be the person that I want to be without holding it off for like some kind of proof that I am her. So I hope you liked this week, and let me know if you did. And I'm really thankful for all the people who are joining every week, watching these every week, and it means so much to me. But I also want to get to know you. So let me know in the comments and let me know what you liked about this, and let's talk some more. And I'll share some more products coming up soon. But yeah, don't forget your sunscreen, and I will see you next week.